Welcome you all to the special session on the glories of Purushottam month, Adhika Maas. So this particular month is the most auspicious month of devotion. So the spiritual benefits one get in this month is even 100 times greater than what one can get in the month of Kartik. We know that in Kartik month, whatever devotional service that we perform is multifold times the benefit that we get. But in Purushottam month, it is the even most than the Kartik month. So Krishna says, this month is dear to me and it grants all desired benediction. So now we will try to understand what is this Adhika Masa. Anybody has an idea what is the Adhika Masa? Why there is an Adhika Maas?
I guess like every year, few days are added and
Mhm.
not part of any of the mass.
Mhm.
So they accumulated and then becomes one
Yes,
extra month after
correct.
12 years, I think.
Yeah, it is like there is a difference between the lunar calendar and the solar calendar. So the lunar calendar and all our festivals that we celebrate is all based on what calendar? On the lunar calendar. Like we celebrate Jan Ashtami, right? On Diwali, we celebrate it on a new moon day. So all our festivals, all our rituals, whatever we perform, everything is based on the lunar
No.
calendar. But the lunar calendar is 11 to 12 days short of the solar calendar every year. So when this accumulates around the end of like 2 years, some 30 months or 28, 30 months, so there is an extra of 30 days which is accumulated. So if this realignment doesn't happen, then what will happen? Janmashtami sometimes comes in
Okay.
August, sometimes Janmashtami may come in December, sometimes Janmashtami may come in March. So there will
Hmm.
be, there won't be any proper sequence of the calendar. So for that realignment, so there is one particular month which is called Adhika Masa, where the sun does not move from his planet. The sun does not change the position. So the sun remains in the same place. So because of which people consider this to be the most inauspicious because Shankaranti doesn't happen. The sun does not move. So during this month, no rituals are performed, like material activities like marriage, like pravesh, like any kind of karma kanda activities are not performed. And people, they ignore this month as malamas. They think that this is the most inauspicious month. This month is useless for anything. कुछ भी हम नहीं कर सकते. What is the use of this month? There cannot be any ritualistic activity that they can perform. So this month personified, the Adhika Maas personified, she was very, very morose. She felt very bad about her position that everybody is rejecting her. How do we feel when we are rejected by everyone? Do we feel good? No, right? So
Hmm.
Adhika Maas, she did not feel good. So she took shelter of Vishnu. So she went to Vishnu and she pleaded, like, I am rejected by each and every one of them, not only the humans, even the Devatas. In throughout the three worlds, everybody rejected this month because it is not auspicious to perform any kind of ritualistic activity. Then Vishnu told her not to cry and he took her directly to Krishna, so to Goloka. And seeing Adhikamas personified crying, Krishna was saying, nobody cries in Goloka. So please don't cry. So to mitigate your suffering, I will give the name of this month as my own name, Purushottam. Krishna is also called as Purushottama. So Krishna mercifully granted his own name to the Adhika Masa and called it as Purushottama month. And he gives the greatest benediction of this month. That month, which is considered to be the most inauspicious, Krishna said, those whomsoever is performing any spiritualistic activity, the benefit that they will be getting will be multifold times than whatever the benefits that they will be getting in any other month, including the Kartik month. Therefore, this particular month is glorified the most because it is the name of Krishna's month itself. Okay. So, what are the benefits of observing the Purushottam month? So, by observing the Purushottam month, we can get purification of our heart and destruction of sinful activities, sinful reactions. We have done many sinful activities in this life, in past life, and many other lifetimes. So, by following this Purushottama month, we can get rid of sinful reactions and we can get advancement in bhakti, peace and prosperity, and attainment of Krishna's mercy and spiritual upliftment and devotion. So, we as a devotees, when we are doing japa or when we are reading Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, what are we looking for? Are we trying to become a good devotee of Krishna? Are we
Advancement
trying
in
to please
bhakti.
Krishna?
Advancement in bhakti.
Advancement in bhakti. So that is very important for us. So this particular month has a power to grant us all the glories.
So when you say Mataji that observing Purushottama month,
Yeah, we will
observing
say
as
how
in
to
how?
observe, what all
Okay.
the things we will do, we will come later. What all the things that we can do as a Purushottama Vrata. We have to take certain sankalp to how to follow this month.
Okay.
This is a vrata. So we will see that, okay, in the later part of the class. So this extra month, it receives the Krishna's mercy. So long ago, thousands of sages assembled in the sacred forest of Naimisharanya to perform great sacrifices and spiritual discussions. One day, the great sage Sutta Goswami arrived there with his disciples after visiting many holy pilgrimage places. The sages welcomed him with great respect. They offered him a beautiful Vyasasana and requested, O Sutta Goswami, please tell us the most wonderful narration of the Supreme Lord by hearing which the people can cross the ocean of material life and return to back Godhead. Hearing the sincere request, Sutta Goswami happily began speaking. So, what is the question that is asking? Which narration can immediately give people the ticket to go back home, back to
Godhead.
Godhead? So, this is a question. So, Sutta Goswami explained that he had recently visited Hastinapura, where he heard the sacred Srimad Bhagavatam spoken by the great sage Sukadeva Goswami to Maharaj Parikshit on the bank of the Ganges. Inspired by those divine discussions, Sutta Goswami began narrating the glories of Purushottam month. We know that Bhagavatam is spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj,
Parikshit
and
Maharaj.
Sutta Goswami was present there. He was hearing the narration. Later on in the Naimisharanya forest, Sutta Goswami is narrating Bhagavatam to around 88,000 sages. So this is how it is. So after hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Sukadeva Goswami, Sutta Goswami is narrating the Purushottam month glories. So Narad Muni asked about this extra month. So within this is another story. So the first story is about Sutta Goswami narrating the incident to the sages in Naimisharanya. So within that incident, Sutta Goswami is saying another narration of Narad Muni. Once Narad Muni approached Lord Narayana at Badrikashrama and asked, "Oh Lord, please explain something that can help people attain self-realization and return back to Godhead." So this question, which is asked by the sages, is also asked by Narad Muni to whom? To Narayana. So what are his questions? Which is the greatest month? How should it be observed? What worship should be done? And what austerity and charity should be performed? So Lord Narayana smiled and began explaining the glories of the Purushottam month. So the miserable condition of the extra month, as we saw long ago, the extra lunar month appeared in the calendar. Since it did not fit in normal calculation, everybody rejected it, calling it inauspicious, impure, and malamas. So no auspicious activity were performed during that month. Everyone criticized and insulted it. Unable to tolerate the humiliation, the presiding deity of the extra month went crying to Lord Vishnu in Vaikunta. Falling at his lotus feet, she prayed, "O Lord, everyone rejects me. I have no shelter and no honor. Please protect me." And Lord Vishnu takes the month to Goloka. Lord Vishnu became very compassionate. He comforted the extra month and said, "Do not fear. I shall take you to Lord Krishna himself." Holding her hand, Lord Vishnu took the extra month to Goloka Vrindavan, the eternal abode of Lord Krishna. There, Lord Krishna was surrounded by loving devotees and gopis. So, Lord Krishna blesses the month. When Lord Krishna saw the extra month crying, he asked Lord Vishnu about her suffering. Lord Vishnu explained how the month had been insulted and rejected by everyone. Hearing this, Lord Krishna mercifully declared, "I shall make this month equal to me in glories, fame, power, and blessings." So we can understand this month is equal to whom? To Krishna
Yes.
himself. Then Krishna blessed the month with his own name, Purushottam month. Krishna further said, "This month will become the king of all the months. Anyone who worships me during this month will receive immense spiritual benefits. Even a small devotional activities performed in this month becomes greatly powerful." In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, "Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat." Even such a small devotional activity can eradicate the greatest danger in a human being. The greatest danger is getting back into the going to the animalistic life. At least people will get a human form of life again. And so such a small devotion can lead a greatest benefit. So special practices. So what all the things, how can we observe Purushottam month? Shweta Mataji, this is your question. So what we can do is, we are not talking about great tapasya, which is also fine if somebody can eat once and everything, that is also recommended. But the simple tapasya, which we can all do, is chanting the holy names of Krishna. So, whatever the number of rounds you're doing, please try to increase the rounds. Those who are already doing 16 rounds, try to do 25 rounds. And those who are not yet doing 16 rounds, those who are doing around 8 rounds, please try to chant 16 rounds. Those who are chanting at least 4 rounds, try to double it to 8 rounds. Reading Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So, reading the scriptures is very much recommended in this particular month, and giving charity. Charity for what? Charity for prasadam distribution, book distributions, construction of temple, and festival activities. So any activity that can propagate the Krishna consciousness, so we can give some charity. And in the Kartik month, we all offer ghee lamp, right? So in this particular month also, we can offer the ghee lamp to Krishna every day. So, and this is a wonderful act which you can involve your entire family. Even if they are not chanting, if they are not reading, we can bring the family as we did in the month of Kartik and help them to offer the ghee lamp every day and hearing Krishna Katha and serving the devotees. Very important thing. And even when Parvati asked Shivji, who is the greatest, what is the greatest worship, and Krishna says that the greatest, Shivaji say that the greatest worship is worshipping the devotees of Krishna. Aradhyanam Vishnu. Vishnu Aradhanam is the greatest, and even greater than that is offering the service and worship to the devotees of Vishnu or Krishna. So we can do that and living truthfully and peacefully. So avoid doing prajalpa or gossiping and any kind of talks in this month and live peacefully. So these 7 things, is it difficult to follow?
No.
Okay, so you can all take notes of this, whatever that we can do in this. So we explain, one who sincerely observes this month will attain happiness in this life and return back to Godhead. So this is the first story where the sages of Naimisharanya is asking Sutta Goswami, and Sutta Goswami is narrating the thing. And there is another story with respect to Draupadi and the Purushottam month. So Lord Krishna visited Pandavas.
Mataji,
Yes.
Rasaki Mataji,
Yes,
let
yes.
us one by one read the stories.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you can
Okay,
explain, you will get tired.
correct, correct. Okay, Mataji, you do that.
Anyone who wants to speak?
You do it. Next week,
Okay,
last some.
okay. Story 2, Draupadi and Purushottama month. Lord Krishna visited the Pandavas during their exile in the forest. Seeing their suffering, Krishna explained, "You did not properly honor Purushottama month, therefore difficulties have come." Then Krishna narrated the previous birth of Draupadi.
So we know that
Draupadi,
Draupadi also suffered a lot because she was once done Vastraharan and so many suffering she underwent. The reason is she ignored the Purushottam month.
month. Draupadi's previous birth. In her previous life, Draupadi was a daughter of a sage named Medhavi. After her parents died, she became very sorrowful and lonely. One day, the great sage Durvasa Muni visited her ashram. Seeing her suffering, he advised, "Very soon, Purushottama month will come. Worship Lord Krishna during the sacred month, and all your miseries will disappear." Durvasa Muni glorified the month greatly and encouraged her to observe it sincerely. Draupadi offends Purushottama month. Unfortunately, the young girl did not believe Durvasa Muni. Instead, she criticized the month and said, "How can this extra month be greater than sacred months like Kartika?" Hearing these offensive words, Durvasa became upset. Although he controlled his anger, he warned her, "Because you insulted Purushottama month, you will suffer the reactions in your next life." Immediately, she lost her beauty and good
So
fortune.
we are all aware about the wrath of Durvasa Muni if he gets angry, what he did with Amrish Maharaj and everything. But in spite of that, he only warned her that she will be suffering for the reactions.
I'm sorry, he's always there in wherever any bad
Yeah,
boon is there.
yeah, correct. Durvasa Muni is always there and he is known for his anger.
Anger.
Yeah. So worship of Lord Shiva.
Feeling miserable, the girl performed severe austerities to worship Lord Shiva for many years. Finally, Lord Shiva appeared and offered her a boon. She repeatedly requested, "Please give me a husband." Because she repeated the request 5 times, Lord Shiva declared, "In your next life, you will have 5 husbands." Lord Shiva also explained that this was a reaction to offending Purushottama month.
So if somebody wants to know why Draupadi had 5 husbands, this is the reason. Okay.
Draupadi takes birth again. Later, that same girl was born from the sacrificial fire of King Drupad and became
Drupada.
famous as Draupadi. Because of her previous offense, she later suffered humiliation in the Kuru assembly. However, she sincerely surrendered to Lord Krishna. He protected her from danger.
There's a big lesson we can know. Sometimes we may undergo some suffering in our life because of our previous sinful activities. But if we are taking sincere shelter of Krishna, like how Draupadi received the mercy of Krishna, we can also receive the mercy of Krishna.
The Pandavas observed Purushottama month. Lord Krishna instructed the Pandavas, "Never neglect Purushottama month, worship it sincerely." When the next Purushottama month arrived, the Pandavas carefully observed the vrata by worshipping Krishna, hearing Hari Katha, giving charity, and performing devotional service.
So this four is very important. We have to worship Krishna, hear Katha, give charity, and perform devotional
Devotional
service.
service. By the blessings of Lord Krishna, they regained their lost kingdom, lived happily, and finally returned back to Godhead.
Mhm.
Narad Muni glorifies the month. After hearing these glories from Lord Narayana, Narad Muni became deeply joyful. He declared, "Purushottama month is the greatest of all vratas and austerities. Even hearing its glories destroys sinful reactions and awakens devotion to the Supreme Lord."
So it's such a glorious month. And King Hadadvanva. Anybody wants to read this?
Okay, Mataji, I will.
Okay, please.
First introduction, the greatness of Purushottam month. Sud Goswami said to the sages of Naimisharanya, "O sages, now I shall narrate another wonderful history glorifying the sacred Purushottam month. This divine narration reveals the temporary nature of material happiness, the power of devotional remembrance, and the extraordinary mercy available during Purushottam Adhik Maas. Second, King
So
Hadan.
this is very important. In this story, we understand that in this material world, whatever happiness we get is only temporary. It is not going to be permanent. And we get an extraordinary mercy by observing this Purushottam Mass. Okay? Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
King Hadandhanva, a virtuous and prosperous king. Long ago, in the famous Solar dynasty, there lived a righteous king named Chitradhanva. His son Hadandhanva became renowned throughout the world for truthfulness, devotion to dharma, obedience to his spiritual master, and deep Vedic learning. After his father retired to the forest for spiritual life, Hadandhanva became king of the Hanya kingdom. The king enjoyed a peaceful kingdom, a devoted queen, noble children, and immense prosperity. Third, a moment of reflection in the forest. One day, while hunting in the forest, King Hadandhanva became tired and thirsty. After resting beneath a banyan tree near a beautiful pond, he suddenly heard a parrot repeatedly reciting a mysterious verse. Deluded by material opulence, you have forgotten the true goal of human life. How then will you cross the ocean of birth and death? These words deeply shook the king's heart. He thought, this cannot be an ordinary parrot. Perhaps it is a great saint
Instructing me.
instructing me.
Okay, so one thing, Mataji, what we should reflect sometimes what happens when we are having very peaceful life, when we are having a nice family and children and prosperity, what happens then? We forget our real goal of life. We think that everything is good and this will go on, right? So here he got a warning. This talks about the temporariness of the material world.
4. Sage Valmiki reveals the king's previous words. Soon afterward, the great sage Valmiki visited the palace. When the king explained the incident, sage Valmiki revealed an astonishing truth. In your previous birth, you were a Brahman named Sudev living on the banks of the Tamraparni
Tamarabharani River.
River. Sudeva and his wife Gautami were pious devotees but had no child. Unable to tolerate this sorrow, Sudev once lamented, without a son, my life feels useless. Worship of Lord Jagannath. Gautami advised her husband, do not lose faith. Worship Lord Jagannatha sincerely. Following her instructions, Sudev performed severe austerities for thousands of years. Finally, Lord Hari appeared before him on Garud and said, ask any boon you desire. Sudeva requested a qualified son, but Lord Hari explained, according to your karma, you are not destined to have a son for 7 lifetimes. Hearing this, Sudeva fainted in grief.
So Lord Jagannath said that he cannot have son for 7 lifetimes. But in spite of that, the Lord's greatest devotee, Garuda, was having compassion. Garuda's compassion.
Garuna's compassion. Seeing the sorrow of the couple, Garuna became compassionate and requested the Lord to bless them. By the Lord's mercy, Garuna granted them a boon. You shall soon receive a glorious son. In due course, a son named Sukdev was born. From childhood, he possessed saintly qualities and devotion. 7. Prediction of tragedy. One day, the sage Devla visited their ashram. After seeing the child, he declared, this boy is highly qualified, but he will drown at the age of 12. Though saddened, the parents continued their devotional life depending upon the mercy of the Lord.
Because he was not entitled to have the child, but still Garuda favored. But he will not have the child for more than 12 years. The death of Sukadeva, yes.
The death of Sukdeva. Years later, while bathing with friends, Sukdeva drowned exactly as predicted. The grieving parents held their son's body and cried continuously while chanting the holy name of the Lord. At that time, heavy rains flooded the land, fierce winds blew everywhere, yet the couple remained absorbed in lamentation and chanting. This continued for an entire month. That second month was Purushottam month.
So unknowingly, they were observing the Purushottama Vrata in the grief of losing their son. Right? So without realizing it, Sudeva and Gautami had. Continue, Mataji.
Unknowingly observing Purushottam Vrat. Without realizing it, Sudeva and Gautami had fasted, constantly chanted the holy name, and remained absorbed in remembrance of the Lord throughout the entire Purushottam month. Their sincere devotion deeply pleased Krishna.
Lord Krishna personally appears.
Lord Krishna personally appears. At the end of the month, Lord Sri Krishna personally appeared before the grieving couple. The rains immediately stopped. The Lord said, because you observed Purushottam month with fasting and chanting my holy name, I am greatly pleased. Then he blessed them. Their son would live for 12,000 years, and afterward, all of them would return to Golo. Immediately, Sukdev arose alive, as if awakening from sleep. The demigod showered flowers from heaven in joy. This the supreme glory of Purushottam month. Lord Krishna explained the merit obtained by observing Purushottam month is greater than all ordinary pious activities described in the Vedas. He further declared, whoever sincerely observes this second month becomes most fortunate and ultimately attains my eternal abode. The identity of the parrot. Finally, sage Valmiki revealed the parrot in the forest was none other than Sukdev, your son from the previous birth. Out of compassion, he reminded King Adanva about the temporary nature of worldly life and the importance of worshipping the Lord during Purushottam month.
So he got reminder because of his pious activity in the current life. Hadadva got a nice wife, nice children, and nice kingdom. But he was reminded not to forget his devotional service to Krishna. So lessons from this
Lessons
divine
from
history.
this
Yeah.
divine history. This second narration teaches us material opulence cannot satisfy the soul. Even a wealthy king felt emptiness within. Devotional remembrance saved us. The holy name protected the grieving couple. Purushottam month gives extraordinary mercy. Even unintentional observance brought immense blessings. The Lord is controlled by devotion. Lord Krishna personally appeared because of sincere chanting and surrender.
So that's very important. Our chanting should be in the mood of surrender and it should be sincere.
Yes.
So conclusion.
Purushottam Adhik Maas is not an ordinary month. It is the most beloved month of Lord Krishna, a special opportunity for purification and a gateway to deeper devotion. Even simple devotional acts during this month, chanting, fasting, reading scripture, offering lamps, and remembering the Lord, bring immeasurable spiritual benefit. May we all sincerely use this second month to come closer to Krishna and attain his eternal mercy.
So we can try to increase our absorption in Krishna Katha and chanting and the activities that can please Krishna. Okay. Offering ghee lamp. Who wants to do this? Anybody would like to read this? This is about why. Yes, please.
Offering a ghee lamp. Overcome all misfortune simply by offering a ghee lamp. King Hadadwanva was respectfully asked the great then respectfully asked the great sage, "O revered sage, what benefits does one obtain by offering a lamp to Lord Purushottam during this sacred month?" Hearing this sincere question, Sage Valmiki began speaking enthusiastically. King Chitrabhanu, a great devotee king. There once lived a king named Chitrabhanu, Valmiki said. He ruled the kingdom of Bhagyanagar and was a great devotee of Krishna. The king possessed mainly many saintly qualities: truthfulness, nonviolence, forgiveness, cultured behavior, kindness, respect towards sages and brahmanas, and deep knowledge of the scriptures. Because of these qualities, the people loved and respected him greatly. The arrival of sage Agastya. One day, the great sage Agastya arrived at the king's palace. As soon as King Chitrabhanu saw the sage from a distance, he immediately offered respectful obeisances. When the sage entered the palace, the king welcomed him warmly, offered him a comfortable seat, worshipped him respectfully, and spoke with great humility. The king said, "Today my life has become successful because a great devotee of Lord Krishna has entered my palace." The king served the sage with sincerity and devotion. The king's important question. After properly honoring the sage, King Chitrabhanu humbly asked, "O great sage, in this life I possess a peaceful kingdom, a faithful queen, and wonderful children. What pious activities did I perform in my previous life to receive such blessings?" The king understood an important truth. Good fortune does not come accidentally. It is a result of previous pious and devotional activities.
So
Sage
we know
Agastya.
that karma, it is whatever the life we are leading currently is because of our previous activities, our karmas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sage Agastya begins revealing the mystery. Agastya Muni replied, "O fortunate king, listen carefully. I shall now explain the activities of your previous birth." The sage was about to reveal how even a simple devotional act performed during Purushottam month, especially the offering of a ghee lamp, can destroy great misfortune and bring extraordinary blessings. Spiritual lesson. This narration teaches that even a small offering made with devotion, especially during Purushottam Adhika Maas, can bring immense spiritual and material benefit. Among all offerings, offering a ghee lamp to Krishna during this sacred month is glorified as special, especially auspicious.
So we can all offer ghee lamp to Krishna every day. So let us involve the entire family members to offer ghee lamp. It hardly takes a minute's time. So we can have the lamp ready and evening get together and offer the ghee lamp. Okay. So there's one more story how even a monkey got benefited. Anybody else would like to read? Shweta Mataji, would you read again?
Yes, sure, Mataji.
Yeah.
Even a monkey benefited. Even a monkey can benefit from Purushottama month. The Lord Narayana spoke to Narada. O Narada, in this world, nothing can compare with Purushottama month. The spiritual merit obtained by worshipping this sacred month is greater than the results of severe austerities performed over thousands of births. The Lord then began narrating an astonishing story. There was once a monkey who attained liberation from material existence and reached Goloka simply by taking a holy bath during Purushottama month. The sinful reactions of millions of previous births were destroyed.
So previously we saw by offering lamp how Chitrabahu got benefited. Here a monkey, just by taking a holy bath, he went back home back to Godhead.
The sages become curious. Hearing this wonderful narration, the sages of Sharanya eagerly asked Sutta Goswami, who was this monkey in his previous life? How did he unknowingly observe Purushottama month? What spiritual result did he attain? A greedy Brahmana named Kadariya Sutta Goswami continued. In the province of Kerala, there once lived a Brahmana named Chitra Sharma. But because of his greed, dishonesty, and cruel nature, people called him Kadariya, means the greedy one. Due to his bad behavior, he was eventually rejected and driven away from his village. Friendship with a simple gardener. Kadaria wandered into a forest and became friends with a simple and pious gardener who owned a fruit garden. After some time, the gardener desired to visit holy pilgrimage places. Trusting Kadaria completely, he requested, "Please take care of my garden until I return." The gardener innocently left everything in Kadaria's care. Dishonesty and deception. But after the gardener departed, Kadaria began secretly eating all the finest fruits from the garden. When the gardener eventually returned and noticed many valuable fruits missing, he questioned Kadaria. Kadaria falsely replied, "The monkeys and birds destroyed all the best fruits." Thus, he cheated his trusting friend, lied without remorse, and continued accumulating sinful reactions. The hidden lesson. This story begins by showing how greed, selfishness, and dishonesty and exploitation of trust lead a person towards suffering and degradation. Yet, the extraordinary mercy of Purushottama month is so powerful that even such a fallen person can eventually receive spiritual upliftment.
So we can understand. So even if a person is having a vicious nature, even such a person can get benefited from this month.
The glory of Purushottama month. This narration emphasizes an astonishing truth. Even unconscious or accidental contact with devotional activities during Purushottama month can bring immense spiritual benefit. The sacred month especially magnifies holy bathing, fasting, chanting, hearing about the Lord, and even small acts connected to devotion.
So
Such
one more thing which we added compared to the previous thing is holy bathing, waking up early and bathing in the Brahma Muhurta time. If at all, if there is any opportunity to go to holy places and bathe, that is good. Otherwise, even at our home when we bath, we can just invoke all the rivers: Gangecha, Yamunecha, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalasmin, Sannidhim Guru. While you take the bath, you can offer these prayers, then all the river enters the water. So we can take the bath and preferably in the Brahma Muhurta time. Yes.
Such is the incomparable mercy of Krishna during this most beloved month.
Mm.
The essence of Purushottama month, the central message of the sacred narration is Krishna especially blesses sincere devotion during this month. Even a rejected soul can become glorious by taking shelter of Krishna. Small devotional acts performed sincerely during this month become spiritually powerful.
Okay, so astronomical calculation, we already explained about it. And when it comes to daily practices, what we can do is rise daily, early during the Brahma Muhurta, chant extra rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and offer ghee lamp daily. Worship Radha Krishna, avoid criticism and gossip, speak truthfully, and live simply and peacefully. And charity means we can feed the devotees and brahmanas, donate spiritual books, offer prasadam, and help others spiritually. So this is what we talk about preaching. Try to bring in people in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So
Mataji, when
yeah,
you say Brahma Muhurta,
yeah.
what is the exact time of
Brahma
Brahma
Muhurta time is exactly like 1.5 hours before the sunrise.
Okay.
Yeah. So if sunrise happens in Mumbai around 6:05, 6:10 these days,
So
so the
4:30.
Brahma Muhurta time is around 4:30, 4:45 like that. But at least one should rise before the sunrise and take bath. At least that much we should do. If not exactly in the Brahma Muhurta time, that's very easy to do, right? And see the spiritual benefits that we will get. And
True.
doing the chanting in the Brahma Muhurta time is also very, very effective and it increases our absorption in Krishna. So charity is also clear. What is exactly charity? So scriptures glorify many benefits. So spiritual benefits is destruction of sinful reactions, advancement in bhakti, purification of the heart, attainment of Krishna's mercy, and qualification to return to Goloka. So for the sincere sadhakas, this particular month can be a boon for us. And material benefits is sleep, peace and prosperity, good fortune, fame and happiness, and family welfare. We saw how King Hadatwata, they all had a material benefits also because they observed the Purushottama month. So Purushottama month teaches a beautiful spiritual lesson. Just as a rejected extra month becomes glorious by taking shelter of Lord Krishna, any person, no matter how fallen or neglected, can become spiritually glorious by sincerely taking shelter of him. So all glories to Purushottama month. So I will share these notes also in the group. So when you have time, we can read something more about Purushottam month by Mahanidhi Swami. So who is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He also has recommended how to observe the Purushottam month and how to break the fast. And we also have from Radhanath Swami Maharaj about the Purushottam month. So these are some reads which we can read it at our leisure time. Okay. So this one we can see. These question answers are very important. What to keep in mind before observing the Purushottam Adhik Maas. Shweta Mataji, can you read this?
Yes, Mataji. What to keep in mind before observing Purushottama Adhik Maas? It is a good thing that one is excited to progress in devotional service and is looking to reap benefits of the Purushottam Adhik Maas for the same. However, one should not try to avoid any regular services that have been assigned by one's spiritual authorities. In fact, it would be more fruitful if one performs one's regular sadhana and service with more Krishna consciousness, more respect, and more humility.
So sometimes, people who are having various services in the temple, they do some preaching activities. They have that because they want to chant extra rounds. It should not be for their own selfishness. They neglect their services. So what is the significance of snan?
Or bathing in Purushottama Adhik Maas.
Hmm?
During special periods like Purushottama Adhik Maas, one can bathe with awareness of cleansing oneself. Scriptures tell us that water of a river, pond, or sea becomes sanctified when it is connected with Lord Krishna, like Yamuna, Ganga, Rameshwaram, etc. Vedic scriptures also tell us that Lord Krishna is a taste in water and only He can quench our thirst or cleanse us of material contamination. One can meditate as such and be absorbed in Krishna consciousness even while bathing.
So while bathing also one can chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There is absolutely no thing. So we can observe ourselves as a bathing to clear ourselves from all our contamination. So it is a conscious bathing, not just bathing. A conscious bathing we can have. Yes,
What is the
Mataji.
significance of japa or chanting in Purushottama Adhik Maas? Japa or mantra meditation is one of the primary processes of sadhana bhakti. During this month, one should try to chant with more concentration and feelings. One can also increase the number of rounds. The Purushottama Adhik Maas can be considered an opportunity to enhance both the quantity and quality of japa. This will certainly please one's spiritual master.
So we have to take special care of our chanting, of our japa. And what is the significance of dana?
Or charity in Purushottama Adhik Maas, a person can donate a certain portion of one's earnings regularly for spiritual progress. These resources can be utilized for prasadam, distribution, construction of temples, book distribution, deity worship, etc. The charity that pleases an acharya the most is dan of divya gyan, because it will be eternally beneficial to the giver and receiver. Both will receive extreme mercy from the acharya and the Lord. Hence, in this auspicious month, one should strive to distribute as well as read more spiritual books by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Listen to more lectures and organize devotee gatherings where one can hear and speak Krishna Katha.
So we should try to distribute books. We should try to involve many people in devotion and also help the existing devotees to enhance their spiritual activities. So of all the dan, which is the most biggest gyan, is Divya Gyan, giving the knowledge of the Gita and Bhagavatam. What is anybody wants to read? Abhilasha Mataji, would you like to read?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
significance of lamps. Yeah.
What is the significance of deep or lamps in Purushottam Adhik Maas? Deep can be interpreted as offering lamps of ghee to the deities, and it can also be interpreted as offering archana or puja to the Lord. The Puranas especially talk of installing Radha Krishna on a golden throne and offering them opulent worship. A person who has already established the Lord and it actually worshipping their lordships every day can try to perform it with more respect, more feelings, more concentration. This also simply enhances our Krishna consciousness.
Hmm.
What is,
Next.
what is the significance of yajna or sacrifice in Purushottam Adhik Maas? Hari Nam Sankirtan is the best form of yajna
So of all the yajnas, which is the best yajna is Nam Sankirtan.
in Kali Yuga. Therefore, one can enthusiastically participate in Sankirtan. Devotees can also organize Harinam in their neighborhoods. One can also sing more Vaishnava bhajans and glorify the Lord more. What not to do in Purushottam Adhik Maas? One can avoid all sinful activities, accept only the prasadam of the Lord, and not commit Vaishnava aparadha,
Para.
indulge in parajapa.
Prajalpa. Prajalpa means unnecessary talks, useless talks.
We have only 24 hours in a day, and it would be seemingly wiser to waste as little of this time as possible and utilize the greater part of our day in spiritual pursuits.
So whatever time we have, let us not involve in useless talks and Prajalpa talking about cricket, politics, movies, this, that, and all the thing. And whatever time we are given, let us try to involve in spiritual activities. Okay. But why wait for Purushottam month? One can see the devotional activities given to us by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, and inculcate in our routine sadhana or all inclusive. And for doing any or all of these things, one need not wait for the Purushottam month. One can do it 365 days a year, every year, year after year. So this is also the target that Srila Prabhupada asked us to spend every moment with Krishna constantly. So it is not just in the Purushottam month. We should try to involve ourselves as much as possible in Krishna consciousness. But by observing this Purushottam month, at least once a month, that will give us the impetus to remain Krishna conscious for the rest of the years. So Purushottam month occurs once every 3 years, a period believed to be the most favorable for spiritual upliftment. It is also called Malamasa by the performers of Karma Kanda because they cannot get any material fruitive results from their worship during this month. Our acharyas elucidate that it is called Malamasa because devotional activities performed in this month destroy the dirt and contamination caused by the sin. So it is called Adhika Masa because Sri Krishna has placed all his potencies, mercy, blessings in this month and also because one gets more results from this pious act. Only devotional service gives the result in this Purushottam month. So what we should do is we have to do devotional service as much as possible. And what else we can do is there are some more narrations by Durvasa Muni, by Narad Muni and Valmiki Muni, who has told about the greatness of this month. So Durvasa Muni says, just by bathing in holy river during Purushottam month, one becomes sinless. The glories of all the other month is not equal to 1/16 of the glories of Purushottam month. By observing Purushottam Vrata, Valmiki Muni says one can attain more benefit than performing 100 horse sacrifices. And Narad Muni says that Purushottam month is the best of all month vratas and austerity. Just by faithfully hearing the glories of Purushottam month, one attains Krishna Bhakti and immediately nullifies his sinful reactions. In Naimisharanya, the sages speak, merciful Purushottam month acts like a desire tree to fulfill a devotee's desire. Okay, and this is an important sloka that we can chant 33 times every day in this month. So please repeat after me. Govardhanadaram Vande
Vardhan
Govardhanadaram Vande
Gopalam Goparupinam
Palam
Gopalam
Goparupinam
Goparupinam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Gokulotsavam
Gokulam
Ishanam
Govindam Gopika Priyam
Govindam
Govindam
Gopika
Gopika
Priyam
Priyam
Govardhanadaram Vande
Govardhanadaram
Govardhanaram
Vande
Palam Goparupinam
Gopalam
Gopalam
Goparupinam
Goparupinam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Gokulotsavam
Gokulam
Ishanam
Govindam Gopika Priyam
Govindam
Govindam
Gopika
Gopika
Priyam
Priyam
Govardhanadaram Vande
Govardhanadharam
Govardhanaram
Vande
Gopalam Goparupinam
Palam
Gopalam Goparupinam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Gokulotsavam
Gokulotsavam
Ishanam
Ishanam
Govindam Gopika Priyam.
Govindam
Govindam Gopika
Gopika
Priyam.
To do this sloka,
Yeah. I can do it myself.
please.
Govardhanadharam Vande
Govardhanadaram Vande
Gopalam Goparupinam
Gopalam Goparupinam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Govindam Gopika Priyam.
Govindam Gopika Priyam. Anybody else would recite?
Yes,
Plus, yes.
Govardhanaram Vande
Govardhanadaram Vande
Gopalam Goparupinam
Gopalam Goparupinam
Savam Ishanam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Govindam Gopika Priyam
Govindam Gopika Priyam. Anybody else?
Yeah. Govardhanad Dharam Vande
Govardhanadaram Vande
Gopalam Goparupinam
Gopalam Goparupinam
Inam
Gokulastam Ishanam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Govindam Gopika Priyam.
Govindam Gopika Priyam. So what we can do is to have the 33 count, जो हमारा जपमाला है ना, so you can count 33 beats and put a thread at the end of 33 beats so that you know that 33 ho gaya. Okay, that would be the most easiest way to do this 33 times. And you do for 2-3 days, definitely it will get into your memory. Right? Every day if you're chanting 33 times, कितना दिन लगेगा memorize होने का? Maybe in 2-3 days, we will memorize. So why this sloka is very special is, this sloka is glorifying Krishna in the Vrindavan. I offer my respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, who lifted the Govardhana hill, Govardhana Dharam Vande, Gopalam Goparupinam, and he is the maintainer and protector of the cows. He assumed the form of cowherd boy and performed various transcendental pastimes. Gokulatsavam Ishanam. So he is the greatest joy and grand festival of Gokula. So every day when Krishna was there in Vrindavan, every day is a festival, every day is a joy. Govindam Gopika Priyam. He is the supreme controller and master of everything and everyone. He gives pleasure to the cows and the senses. He is the beloved cowherd damsels of Vrindavan. He is the beloved of the Govindam Gopika Priyam. So he is the beloved of the cowherd girls. And this is another one. Vande Navagana Shamam
Vande
Vande
Navagana
Navagana
Shyamam
Shyamam
Vibhojam Muralidharam
Vibhujam Muralidharam
पीताम्बरधरं देवं
Pitambaradharam Devam
Devam
शारदं पुरुषोत्तमम्
Sharadam Purushottamam
वन्दे नवगणश्यामम्
Vande Navaganashyamam
Navaganashyamam
विभूजं मुरलीधरम्
Vibhujam
Vibhujam
Muralidharam
Muralidharam
पीताम्बरधरं देवं
Pitambaradharam
Pitambaram
Devam
Devam
शरादं पुरुषोत्तमम्
Sharadam
Sharadam
Purushottamam
Purushottamam
वन्दे नवगणश्यामम्
वन्दे
Vande
Vande
Navaganashyamam
Navaganashyamam
विभूजं मुरलीधरम्
Vibhujam
Vibhujam
Muralidharam
Muralidharam
पीताम्बरधरं देवम्
Pitambaram
Devam
Devam
शरदां पुरुषोत्तमम्.
Sharadam
Sharadam
Purushottamam
Would
Purushottamam.
like to do this?
I can do it.
Please.
Vande Navaganashyamam
वन्दे
Vande
नवगणश्यामम्
Navaganashyamam
Vibhujam Muralidharam
विभूजं
Vibhujam
मुरलीधरम्
Muralidharam
Pitambaradharam Devam
पीताम्बरधरं
Pitamparadharam
देवम्
Devam
Sharadam Purushottamam.
शारदां पुरुषोत्तमम्. Anybody else?
Yes, Mataji.
Please.
Vande Navaghanashyamam
वन्दे
वन्दे
नवगणश्यामम्
नवगणसाम्
Vibhujam Muralidharam
विभूजं मुरलीधरम्
Pitambardharam Devam
पीताम्बरधरं देवम्
Taradhama Purushottamam.
शरादां पुरुषोत्तमम्. One more.
Okay. Vande Navaghanashyamam
Anybody else, Mataji? Shweta Mataji, would you
I'll
like
do
to do it?
Mataji,
Yeah.
I'll do it. Vande Navaganashyamam
वन्दे
वन्दे
नवगणश्यामम्
नवगणसाम्
Vibhujam Muralidharam
त्रिभुजं मुरलीधरम्
Pitambaradharam Devam
पीताम्बरधरं देवम्
Sharadam Purushottamam
Sharadam Purushottamam. So this particular sloka is narrating the beauty of Krishna. I bow down to the divine Lord who is of dark blue complexion. Navagana Shamam, of fresh rain cloud. We know that what is the Krishna's complexion? Like the dark rain, just before the rain, we see a darkish color, right, in the clouds. That is his Krishna's color, who has two arms and holds the flute. He is Vibhujam. How many arms Krishna has? Two arms and holds the flute. Pitambara Dharam Devam, who wears yellow garments. Sharada Purushottamam, I take refuge in that Supreme Purushottama. So these slokas are very appropriate for us to recite in this Purushottam month. So I will share this PDF in the group also. So please try to recite these slokas in the Purushottam month. And there are many lectures on the Purushottam month. Apart from that, we can also do Brahma Samhita. So these are the prayers which is offered by Lord Brahma to Krishna. So the very first sloka, just we'll recite that. Ishvara Paramakrishna, please repeat after me. Sachidananda
ईश्वर
Vigraha,
Ishvara
Ishvara
Paramakrishna
Paramaha
Sachidananda
Krishna
Sachidananda
Satyananda
Vigraha,
Vigraha
Anadi Radhir Govinda,
Anadir Adir
Vigraha
Govinda
Sarva Karana Karanam.
Karan Sarva Karana
So
Sarvakaran.
Karan
Krishna, Brahmaji is describing Krishna. He is Sachidananda Vigraha. He is Sachit and Anand and Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all the causes. So we see that Shiva is also praising Krishna Aradhanam, Vishnu Aradhanam, and Brahmaji is also praising Krishna as the cause of all the causes. So we can see that everybody is praising Krishna. So these are the stanzas from Brahma Samhita, which you can try to recite. And yes. So apart from that, I have another set of prayers. See, don't try to do everything. So these are some of the options that are given in the month of Purushottama that we can do. Try to do as much as we do. So this is a chanting that we can do for bathing, which we told right now also. Gangecha Yamunecha Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalasmin, Sannidhin Guru. By chanting this sloka while bathing, we are invoking all the holy rivers. So it is as equivalent to taking bath in the holy rivers in spite of taking bath in our own bathrooms. So this sloka you can all try to recite while bathing. And we can do the Guru Ashtaka. This is the Mangalarti prayers. So this is the Ashtakam 8 prayers which we can do. And Narsimha Arti, which we do in the end of the class every time. So we can do that also. And we can also worship Tulsi. She is the greatest devotee of Krishna. So by offering worship to Tulsi, we are getting very dear to Krishna. So this is the Tulsi Arti. And Shishtashtakam, sometimes back we did a seminar on the Shishtashtakam, the Cheto Darpanamarjana. So these are the 8 slokas of Shishtashtakam, and we should try to do offenseless chanting. So we can also understand the 10 offenses of holy name and try to avoid them. So by reading the offenses, we can try to avoid the offenses. And Chaurashtakam, this is also very beautiful verses, which is sung by Bilva Mangala Thakur. So like how during the Kartik month, we sing the prayers, right? Like that, we can also sing this prayers while offering the lamb. But until you get this prayer, you can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and you can do the prayers. You can offer the ghee lamb. Vraje Prasiddham Navanita Choram. So this particular song, if time permits, sometimes during the class, we will try to take up this song alone. This Chaurashtakam, we will try to take. It may take 15 to 20 minutes. We will do that. And we can also do Nandanashtakam. So this is another prayers which we can do. And this is the mantra which we sang now. Kaundilya Muni mantra, Govardhana Dharam Vande, which we did this. So which has to be recited 33 times by us. And Jagannath Ashtakam. So we saw that who prayed Lord Jagannath during this month? Hadadvantva, he prayed to Lord Jagannath. Jagannath is also non-different from Krishna. So we can do Jagannath Ashtakam. And we can also do the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is also called as Purushottam Yoga. So the entire 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it will take hardly 3 to 5 minutes for us to recite. So we can try to recite the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So, and this is another prayers by Lord Brahma in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 10th canto, 14th chapter. So these are various set of prayers which we can offer in this particular month. I'm not overwhelming you with everything, but just giving you certain options which we can do. So at least try to do few things, which is the most important is this Govardhana Dharam Vande 33 times. And try to do the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita during this month. And while bathing, try to recite this Gangecha Yamunecha Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jalasmin Sannidhim Guru and Narasimha Arti you can offer. And please try to offer Tulsi Arti. That can be one inclusion which you can do it along with your regular Arti. Okay. So any questions or any
Yeah.
clarifications?
Mataji, I heard at 15th chapter, they call it as a Purushottama
Yoga.
chapter.
Yeah.
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 So why in our Bhagavad Gita it is not written as that header? It says the yoga of the Supreme Person.
Yeah, Purushottam is Supreme Person,
So
because
you're
it is
saying in
English
Hindi it is written
translated, na?
Purushottam?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Supreme Person means Purushottam, na? Because
Okay,
we are reading Bhagavad Gita as it is in English, no?
okay.
So that is why it is called Supreme Person is nothing but Purushottam. Purushottam, the translation is a Supreme Person. So these can be few additions which we can do along with our regular prayers. You will also feel good that you're doing some more devotional service to Krishna. You can take a printout of this 15th chapter, whatever slokas that you want to take from this. So you copy paste in your own Excel sheet and you take the printout and keep it with you.
You will be
Right?
sharing the
No,
complete
I will
PDF,
be
Mataji?
sharing everything,
अच्छा,
Mataji,
ठीक
but
है, ठीक है.
everything might be
Yeah, yeah,
difficult
whatever
for
we
you
want
to
to
do.
do. Correct.
Whatever you want to do, you choose from this. At least
ठीक
my
है.
humble request is choose at least 2, 3 extra prayers. That
Yes.
Govardhana Dharampande, I would say it is a must. Please try to do that. It's a very powerful prayer for this month. And 15th chapter and Tulsi Aarti. So these three are the must inclusions which we can do. And the small prayers while bathing. There's just the 2-line prayers, right? So this we can do. Rest, it's all up to the individual, depending upon the time that you can dedicate, depending upon the time that is at your disposal, you can do all these prayers. I will share both these PDF in the group after the class. Okay. The reason I'm telling is whichever prayer you would like to do, you take a printout of that alone. Because if you're taking 22 pages, that also will become little overwhelming for you, right? Take simple prayers. This is very nice. Tulsi Aarti is very nice. And Narsimha Aarti, I think most of you are doing it every day or only during the class. Are
No,
you trying
every
to
day.
do? Every day,
Every
yeah.
day.
So please do that. Narsimha Aarti, Tulsi Aarti, Govardhana Dharambande, and 15 chapter.
Mataji, Tulsi Aarti, send it in your voice note, na?
Yeah, I will do that
Once.
also. Namo Nama. It is very simple prayers, but it's in Bengali, so it may be little difficult
That
initially.
is why I said, you just
Yeah,
send it in
yeah,
your this thing tuned.
yeah.
So please, we'll try and
Yeah,
copy.
correct. We'll do that. Okay. So now coming to the thing, Sankalp, I would like to ask everybody in this group, what Sankalp would you like to take for this month?
Increase round of chanting.
Okay, how many rounds, Mataji? Just for, to have some fixed rounds and Sankalp. So I am asking, what is the number of rounds you're planning to do this month, Mataji?
Try to do double.
Okay, Mataji. Have a number, Mataji. Whatever you're doing, fix a number. Okay, Mataji.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else would you like to increase in your sadhana? Some prayers you can choose from this, Mataji. You can think about it and let us know in the next class also. No hurry. Okay, Mataji. Shweta Mataji, what would you like to do this month?
I am at my 12 rounds as of
Okay.
now. So I plan
Okay.
to do 16 rounds for the whole month
Very good.
daily.
Wonderful. Okay.
Daily. And so Narsimha Aarti I was doing only in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to do Narsimha Aarti and Tulasi Aarti in the evening
Yeah,
as well.
that's very nice. Offering a
And
lamp to
third is
Tulsi in the
I
evening is very
offer ghee
auspicious.
lamp.
Yeah,
Yes.
offer ghee
I
lamp.
do
Yeah.
offer. I do a Deepam oil only, but I plan to do. So
Ghee.
if I do ghee lamp once in the evening, that also works, or
Yeah,
morning.
no problem. You can do once, no issue. And offer
And
it, circle it around Krishna, not
yeah,
just offering
I
the
do
lamps.
circle. Yes,
Circle it and also try to involve the family members also to
that
offer
I
the
will
ghee
try.
lamp. Like how
That
we
I
did
will
in the
try.
Kartik month, we
Yes.
can do that. So this can be a very good practice. Ghee lamp offering is very, very, and try to wake up early in the Brahma Muhurta
I
time.
started today, Mataji. As it is, I wake up at 5 every day, even on Sundays.
Okay.
So today I took bath and sat for the class.
Okay, nice. So we
So
can do that.
yeah, so I want to do that, take bath by 5:30 and, at least chant few rounds
Chant,
and leave
exactly. Yeah.
or start my day.
Yeah.
And last is I want to narrate one or two stories to Veda every night.
Yeah, that would be
Yesterday,
nice. You can take
yes,
Krishna book and you can
uh,
do that. Yeah.
yesterday I took her to Krishna Avtara movie.
Oh, was good?
It is really good. It is a
Okay.
must watch even for us. It's like, the whole Krishna book has been, you see it in visual.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
it
Okay.
is, though Satyabhama's story was little more elaborate, but it was really good to know. So Veda has had a lot of questions. So
Okay.
she's like, who is Kandhari? And ma'am, she said Mataji had explained once to us about this. So I am taking her from the beginning. Like, that two brothers, Pandu and Dhritarashtra,
Mm,
these sons, the entire tree and why they fought and how
mm,
Krishna is connected. So I explained her all these things. So
mm.
she enjoyed. I mean, she's getting So I want to bring that to her, saying, and she said she wants to read this thing, Krishna book. So maybe
Mm.
I'll take her one chapter and
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
every
Yes,
night.
Mataji. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
And what about Sneha Mataji? Would you like to do anything more?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, I'll try to increase reading Bhagavatam and try to make the
And Mata,
consistent.
one more thing I want to say, everybody try to read Bhagavatam every day, even if it is one sloka. All of you have Srimad Bhagavatam, so please try to read Srimad Bhagavatam every day, even if it is for 5-10 minutes. Okay, Mataji. Shweta Mataji, you can also do that.
I'm not saying too many things over here. I
Yeah.
plan to do though, like
Yeah.
15 chapter also I want to recite
Yeah. I
every morning.
understand, but
Yeah.
Bhagavatam is also one of the most important thing that we can do. So we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. So let us take our vow and we will take help of Krishna, because without the mercy of Krishna and Guru, we cannot perform any devotional service. So we will pray to them sincerely to help us to observe this Purushottama Vrata as much as possible to our best of ability. Okay, Mataji.
Yes.
So this we can all try to do.